What if the life you are living right now is not the result of your circumstances, but the result of your thinking? Think about that for a moment. Every success story begins in one place, the mind. Before wealth is created, before goals are achieved, before confidence is built, something changes internally first. The way you think determines the way you act. The way you act determines the results you get, and the results you get eventually become your life. Most people spend years trying to change their lives from the outside. They chase more money, better relationships, a new environment, or a lucky opportunity. But Jim Rohn taught something far more powerful. If you want things to change, you have to change. Your current habits, your discipline, your mindset, and your standards are quietly shaping your future every single day. A poor mindset can keep a talented person stuck for years. But an upgraded mindset can turn an ordinary person into someone extraordinary. The truth is simple. You cannot create a better life with the same level of thinking that created your current limitations. That means if you want more confidence, think differently. If you want more success, think differently. If you want freedom, growth, and fulfillment, you must first upgrade your mind. In this speech, we're going to explore 5 life-changing lessons from Jim Rohn that can completely transform the way you see yourself, your goals, and your future. These lessons are simple, practical, and powerful, but only if you apply them. Stay with me until the end, because the final lesson may be the one mindset shift that completely changes the direction of your life forever. Your future is not waiting on luck. It is waiting on a better version of you. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Take responsibility for your life. Jim Rohn's philosophy on responsibility is rooted in the fundamental truth that personal power is inversely proportional to the amount of blame you cast upon the world. The moment you stop pointing fingers at the economy, your upbringing, or the perceived unfairness of your industry, is the moment you reclaim the steering wheel of your own destiny. Blame is a seductive sedative. It numbs the pain of failure by convincing you that the cause is external and therefore unchangeable. However, this comfort comes at a devastating price: the loss of agency. When you blame the outside, you become a victim of the outside. Rohn insisted that while you cannot control the wind, the global markets, the political climate, or the weather, you can always control the set of your sail. This shift from a victim mindset to a creator mindset is the primary catalyst for any significant life transformation. Accepting responsibility is not an admission of guilt or a self-flagellating exercise in shame. Rather, it is an empowering realization of control. Guilt looks backward at mistakes with regret, but responsibility looks forward at possibilities with resolve. When you accept full ownership of your current position, you stop asking passive, disempowering questions like, "Why is the world against me?" and start asking active, strategic questions like, "What is my next move?" This transition is the hallmark of the mature mind. It recognizes that even if you aren't responsible for the trauma or the setbacks you faced, you are 100% responsible for your recovery and your subsequent response. This psychological sovereignty is the only foundation upon which a stable and successful life can be built. Successful people operate from an internal locus of control, understanding that their response to an event determines the ultimate outcome. In any given situation, there is a gap between the stimulus, what happens to you, and the response, what you do about it. In that gap lies your freedom. If you allow that gap to be filled by knee-jerk reactions and excuses, you remain a pawn in the game of life. But if you fill that gap with conscious choice and intentional action, you become the architect. Responsibility means owning your bank account, your health, your relationships, and your level of skill without caveats. It requires a brutal honesty that most people avoid because it is easier to complain than it is to change. Yet the faster you own your life, the faster you gain the authority to change it. The practical application of this lesson requires a rigorous audit of your daily language and thought patterns. Every time you catch yourself saying, "I had to," "I can't because," or "it's their fault," you are leaking power. You must replace these phrases with, "I choose to," "I will find a way," and "I am responsible." Ask yourself, what area of my life have I been neglecting by pretending I have no say in the matter? Is it a stagnant career, a failing health goal, or a strained marriage? By acknowledging your role in these outcomes, you unlock the door to the solution. The weight of responsibility may feel heavy at first, but it is the weight of the crown. Once you wear it, you are no longer a subject of your circumstances. You are the sovereign of your future. Lesson 2. Your habits shape your destiny. The majesty of a great life is often an illusion that masks the mundane reality of its construction. We tend to view success as a singular, explosive event, a big break or a stroke of genius. But Jim Rohn argued that success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Conversely, failure is not a sudden cataclysm, but rather a few errors in judgment, repeated daily. This perspective demystifies greatness and places it within reach of anyone willing to master the clock. Your destiny is not a distant destination. It is the sum total of your current routine. If you want to see where your life will be in 5 years, look at what you did this morning, what you ate for lunch, and what you read before bed. The compounding effect of daily habits is the 8th wonder of the world in the realm of personal development. A single book read today won't make you a sage, and a single workout won't make you an athlete. Because the results of these actions are invisible in the short term, most people abandon them. They fall into the trap of the insignificance of the moment. They believe that skipping one day of prospecting or eating one junk meal won't matter. In isolation, it doesn't. But over a decade, those minor errors in judgment create a massive gap between the person you are and the person you could have been. Your habits are either building a bridge to your goals or a wall between you and them. To change your life, you must first change your environment and your inputs, as these dictate your habitual outputs. The people you associate with, the podcasts you consume, and the way you utilize your fringe time, those small pockets of minutes between tasks, determine your trajectory. Rohn emphasized that you cannot expect a different harvest if you keep planting the same seeds. If your routine consists of mindless scrolling, negative self-talk, and procrastination, your harvest will be one of mediocrity and regret. However, if you cultivate a routine of deep work, constant learning, and physical movement, the harvest of success becomes an inevitable mathematical certainty. Transformation begins with the courage to audit your current autopilot settings. Most of our day is governed by the basal ganglia, the part of the brain responsible for habits, meaning we are often living on low power mode without conscious thought. By intentionally introducing small, manageable disciplines, you override this programming. Start by improving one habit. Perhaps it's waking up 30 minutes earlier to write, or dedicating 20 minutes to learning a new language. These small wins build success momentum. As you prove to yourself that you can maintain a discipline, your self-esteem rises, and you gain the confidence to tackle larger changes. Your future is not a mystery to be solved. It is a blueprint you are currently drawing with your daily actions. Lesson 3. Guard your mind carefully. Jim Rohn famously compared the human mind to a garden. It is fertile, neutral, and indifferent to what you plant. If you plant seeds of corn, you will get corn. If you plant nightshade, you will get poison. However, the most critical part of this metaphor is that if you plant nothing at all, the garden will not remain empty. It will be overrun by weeds. Weeds do not require an invitation. They are the default state of a neglected mind. In the modern era, these weeds take the form of doom scrolling, toxic news cycles, gossip, and the corrosive comparison culture of social media. If you do not intentionally plant thoughts of productivity, gratitude, and vision, the weeds of anxiety and bitterness will take root automatically. To stand guard at the door of your mind is a full-time defensive strategy. It requires being ruthlessly selective about the information you allow to pass your mental threshold. Every conversation you engage in, every article you read, and every person you follow online is a seed being dropped into your mental soil. Most people are mental garbage disposals, allowing the opinions and fears of the masses to dictate their internal state. Rohn taught that you must be a gatekeeper, not a spectator. You must ask, is this information helping me grow, or is it keeping me small? If the input is cynical, defeatist, or trivial, it must be denied entry. Your mental energy is your most precious resource. Do not waste it on things that do not serve your higher purpose. Guarding the mind also involves the proactive planting of high-quality seeds. This is the role of deep reading and philosophical study. When you read a book by a great thinker, you are essentially borrowing their mind and allowing their thought patterns to overwrite your own. This is why personal development is so effective. It replaces limiting beliefs with expansive ones. You must cultivate a mental environment where growth is the only possible outcome. This involves meditation to clear the weeds, visualization to map out the rows, and constant learning to provide the nutrients. A well-guarded mind is a fortress of clarity in a world of chaos, allowing you to remain focused on your goals while others are distracted by the noise of the crowd. Finally, we must recognize that guarding the mind also means guarding against the inner critic, that internal voice of doubt that often does more damage than any external enemy. The weeds of self-sabotage are often the hardest to pull because they feel like a part of us. We must learn to observe our thoughts objectively, questioning their validity rather than accepting them as absolute truths. By fostering a mental habit of positive self-assertion and rigorous logic, we create a soil that is inhospitable to fear. Remember, your life is a physical manifestation of your dominant thoughts. If you want to change your external world, you must first secure the perimeter of your internal one and ensure that only the highest quality ideas are allowed to reside there. Lesson 4. Invest in personal development. The most transformative concept Jim Rohn ever shared was the idea that you should work harder on yourself than you do on your job. At first glance, this seems counterintuitive to the traditional work ethic. We are taught that to get ahead, we must log more hours at the office or take on more projects. However, Rohn understood that your job pays you for your current value, but personal development increases your future value. Your income and your impact are directly tied to the person you are becoming. If you want to double your income, you don't necessarily need to double your hours. You need to double your value to the marketplace. You do this by expanding your skills, your mindset, and your character. Personal development is the ultimate leverage in life. When you invest in a new skill, whether it's public speaking, financial literacy, or technical expertise, you are creating an asset that can be used repeatedly for the rest of your life. Unlike a paycheck, which is a one-time transaction of your time for money, an investment in yourself pays dividends forever. This includes the development of soft skills like emotional intelligence and leadership. A person who has mastered their temper, learned how to motivate others, and can communicate with clarity is far more valuable than a person who only possesses technical knowledge. Extraordinary results are reserved for those who refuse to remain ordinary. Many people stop their education the moment they receive their diploma, effectively freezing their value at age 22. They then wonder why they feel stuck, or why the world seems to be passing them by. The world is evolving at an exponential rate. If you are not intentionally growing, you are, by definition, shrinking. Rohn insisted that personal growth is not an optional hobby for the elite. It is a survival requirement for anyone who desires more than a life of quiet desperation. You must become a student of life, treating every day as a classroom. This means attending seminars, finding mentors, and being willing to be the least knowledgeable person in a room so that you can absorb the wisdom of those ahead of you. Ultimately, the greatest reward of success is not the money you earn or the trophies you collect. It is the person you become in the process. The discipline, the resilience, the focus, and the character built during the pursuit of a goal stay with you even if the external rewards are lost. This is why a self-made millionaire who loses everything can often make it back in a fraction of the time. The millionaire is in their mind and habits, not just their bank account. Success is not something you pursue. It is something you attract by the person you become. When you increase your internal worth, the external world has no choice but to adjust its compensation to match your new reality. Lesson 5. Raise your standards. Your life is not a reflection of what you want. It is a reflection of what you tolerate. We all have dreams and desires, but our actual results are dictated by our floor, the minimum level of performance, conduct, and treatment we are willing to accept. If you tolerate a toxic relationship, you will have one. If you tolerate a body that is out of shape and lacking energy, that is what you will inhabit. If you tolerate a career that drains your soul, you will stay there. Jim Rohn's call to raise your standards is a call to stop negotiating with your own potential and to move your must-haves higher than your shoulds. The shift happens the moment you decide that enough is enough. This is the turning point that precedes all great success stories. It is the moment an individual decides they will no longer accept mediocrity, laziness, or excuses from themselves. Raising your standards requires a fundamental change in identity. You must move from saying, "I'd like to be successful," to, "I am the kind of person who is disciplined, punctual, and excellent in everything I do." When your standards rise, your actions naturally follow. You no longer need motivation to work hard, because working hard has become a part of your standard operating procedure. You don't have to try to be honest. Honesty is simply the standard you live by. Higher standards create a selection pressure in your life that filters out what no longer fits. When you raise your standards for health, you find you can no longer tolerate the lethargy that comes with a poor diet. When you raise your standards for your social circle, you find you can no longer spend hours gossiping with people who have no ambition. This process can be painful because it often requires walking away from old habits and old friends who are comfortable with your former, lower self. However, this pruning is necessary for growth. You cannot fly to new heights while holding on to the anchors of your past standards. You must demand more from yourself than anyone else could ever expect of you. Finally, raising your standards is not about perfection or putting yourself under crushing pressure. It is about vision. It is about having such a high regard for your life and your time that you refuse to waste them. It is an act of self-love to demand excellence from yourself. When you live according to high standards, you build an unshakable sense of self-respect. You know that you are a person of your word, a person of action, and a person of integrity. This internal confidence is what allows you to lead others and to take on massive challenges without fear. Your standards are the thermostat of your life. If you want a hotter, more vibrant, and more successful life, you don't just wait for the weather to change. You go to the wall and turn up the dial. At the end of the day, changing your life is not about waiting for the perfect opportunity. It is about becoming the kind of person who creates opportunities. That is the heart of Jim Rohn's philosophy. Your life improves when you improve. Not next year, not when circumstances magically align, not when someone finally gives you permission. It begins the moment you decide to think differently. A better life starts with better questions, better habits, better standards, better discipline. Everything external begins internally first. Remember these 5 lessons. Take responsibility. Master your habits. Guard your mind. Invest in yourself. Raise your standards. Simple ideas, but life-changing when practiced consistently. You do not need to transform your entire life overnight. That's a recipe for frustration. Instead, start small. Read 1 chapter. Wake up earlier. Replace 1 bad habit. Learn 1 new skill. Make 1 powerful decision. Small improvements repeated consistently create extraordinary transformation. The person you want to become is built 1 disciplined day at a time. So ask yourself, what kind of future do I want? And more importantly, what kind of person must I become to deserve that future? That question can change your life, because success is not something you chase forever. It is something you attract by becoming the right person. Upgrade your thinking, upgrade your habits, upgrade your standards, and watch your entire life begin to shift in ways you never imagined possible. Your next level is not far away. It begins in your mind. Make that decision today. Thank you for watching. And if this message spoke to you, carry it with you, apply it, and start becoming the person your future is waiting for.